the journey, journey. You know it's the journey for me. You know it's the journey, journey. You know it's the, whoa. You know it's the journey, journey. You know it's the journey for me, for me, for me, for me, for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello again, and welcome back to another episode of It's the Journey for Me, an interactive series where we showcase your favorite celebrities, influencers, and movers and shakers in the industry. I'm your host, Brittany the Brand, and today we have none other than Rae Canti, the sea moss queen. Rae Canti is an international serial entrepreneur that handles everything natural, all products from tablets to scrubs. We talk everything about her journey. Rae Canti, welcome to the show. Back once again to It's the Journey, where we discuss the journeys of our favorite influencers, celebrities, and people of interest. I'm here today with Rae Canti of New Beauty. Hey girl.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. First of all, it smells amazing.
Thank you.
I'm in the vibe. I don't know if you could tell by her dewy skin, but we got to be talking about wellness today. You understand me? You look absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you, you too, my love.
Thank you, thank you. So, of course, we've got our little layout, but talk to me about New Beauty. What is New Beauty about, and what kind of products do you have?
New Beauty is a wellness brand. A lot of people may think New Beauty is only sea moss, but it's not. Our first official product was sea moss, but the brand is created to inspire families. Really, if I had to hone in, it would say Black families, but whoever is willing and looking for a change is to inspire everybody of a new way of life, to bring out the new in you. So the new in you. Now, when we're talking about renewal, mm-hmm.
right? What is something that you feel like New Beauty replaces when you're renewing?
So New Beauty, that's a good question. New Beauty replaced the old, the old way of life. What you're accustomed to, what you used to, it's like bag all of that out and throw it away because it's not supportive to your future. It really isn't. And to just kind of like pick something in specific, let's talk about the standard American diet. That is, let's bag that whole up and throw it out with the garbage, because it's just not, like I said, it's not beneficial. You will not thrive. If anything, you'll be good at the moment, and then 20 years later, because we have to grow, we have to get older, we would like to celebrate multiple birthdays, you'll then experience, the effects of the standard American diet, or just cramming to fit in a way of life that makes you chase your tail, and it's just kind of like, stop, get acquainted with yourself, hear yourself, be still, and figure out what it is that you want. One who take control of their mind, reaps the benefits of it all. So just getting still, getting silent, and becoming clear on what it is that you would like, so that you can then radiate the new from within.
I'm trying to radiate the new from within, girl. It's been a long year already. Out with the old, period. Okay, so let's talk about the products, right? Because you got some best sellers, girl.
Yes.
All right, so we'll start with the sea moss, since that was traditionally the best seller originally. What is sea moss? A lot of people, they heard about the wave. They're like, oh yeah, I do that, but they don't know.
Yeah.
So where does sea moss come from, and why did you choose to incorporate it?
So sea moss is from the sea. It's from the ocean. It's an algae. It's a superfood. It's what the fish and everything else in the ocean eats. Is how a lot of them receive their omega-3 fatty acids, et cetera, et cetera. So like when people tell you to take what's it called? Fish pills, fish oil pills. You don't need to. You just take sea moss. Everything that they direct you to take from like an animal source, you can just go straight to the actual source. Same as if they tell you to eat meat for protein, you could just go straight to the the leafy greens that they consume and receive the nutrition from there. But I chose sea moss because I originally started as a hairstylist, and being a hairstylist, you are constantly interacting with people, right? And if you're constantly interacting with people, you have to entertain them. And I'm sensitive to energy, so I feel people, and I'm sensitive, and I want to be very intentional with the energy that I give off, right? So when I started my whole journey, I was fasting a lot because I did not have the taste buds of a vegan, baby. What is what? It's like,
I just want to eat.
I just want to eat, and I want to eat quick, fast, and I need it good. Okay, yeah. I'm a foodie, so it was like one of those moments where it was just like, okay, I need to stop. Okay, how am I gonna stop? I cannot slow roll it. So how am I gonna change my diet? I just gotta go cold turkey. All right, well, what you gonna do? Stop eating it. Wow. So it was like a shell shock moment for myself, but I was willing to go through it. And when I did it, like I said before, I was fasting often, and being that I was still, doing hair, taking clients, I'm spending 12 to 14 hours behind the chair dealing with 10 people a day. That's just clients. And I am a salon owner, so I still have my team to manage. I have their clients to manage. I have, anybody who want to come and talk. I have to manage these people. And I know you heard of like being hangry.
Once a day.
When you hungry and you angry. I was trying not to experience that. And plus the little bit of people that I was sharing my journey with, one of their biggest concerns was how would I receive the nutrients and how will I not become deficient of any of the vitamins and nutrients that, that the animal protein was supposed to give me. And I wanted to be clear when I gave the answer. So I did a lot of research on holistic, natural, multi-supplements or vitamins that was not like, that was not hard to make and was not pumped up with a bunch of preservatives and everything, because I think it's just needed. It's not needed to have all those things. And one of the main multivitamin that kept coming up with lots of minerals was sea moss. So I got a little bit more interested in it, and I went down a rabbit hole, and I found a lot about Dr. Sebi, and Left Eye. I was really connected to Left Eye as well. And I was like, okay, so I ordered it, I started taking it, and literally like 24 to 48 hours, I felt the difference. So I was like, nah, this can't be right. So then I kept taking it, and I was in for like a week, had my stepmom taking it. She felt the difference. And then I had my guy, I had literally anybody in my family that was willing to try it. And once they tried it and they were saying the benefits that I was receiving, I was like, okay, so I'm not tripping. And then I started being able to share with my clients, and they were wanting to try it. So I was telling them exactly where to go to get it from, because I never had intended on selling it. So I was like, yeah, go to this site, order it from here. You make it like this. They like, send me a video on how to make it. I'm like, okay. Make them a whole video. You make it like this. You do this, do everything. And literally they'll still come back. I ain't make it. Can you make me one? And I was like, y'all is crazy. Like, what is wrong with you? I'm giving you the juice. What? And you don't want to juice.
But they don't have the passion.
They don't have it. And it wasn't even don't mass produce it, baby. It's for you. Yeah. Just take it. Like, I'm telling you everything it has. I'm telling you it has 92 minerals and vitamins. You talking about me being deficient, so you gotta be worried about it.
Yeah, it's crazy when you say it like that, because when you care about the wellness of other people naturally, you're just like, just make it. Like, just sit at home and make it. And they're not even thinking in that capacity. So that kind of almost drives you to say, I need to go ahead and provide.
When I realized that they was not making it for themselves, I was like, okay. I started off with like, I literally was ordering from Amazon. My containers, like my mason jars. I had a company that I was already ordering labels from because I sold bundles. And I just started literally putting it together with my boyfriend. At first, my stepmom started off making it for me. And then, because I was still taking clients, start selling it to my clients. And they was taking, oh my God, I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Then I launched it on the website. And it took off. It was like, it was my surprise. I never knew like a product would just do that well. And you would think, I don't know. I guess I'm used to like a physical labor. Like if I'm not working hard, then it wouldn't be a benefit, or I wouldn't reap the benefits.
Wow. I never thought about it like that. I mean, it makes sense, but when you do what you love and you care about what you're doing, I think that that's the best. It's not a job, you know. When you got into that whole world, what was the next product that you were like, this ties right in with my brand?
What was the second? I want to say it was the immunity capsules.
Okay.
I created the immunity capsules in Costa Rica, actually. I was doing a lot of research during the pandemic, and I was like, okay, what more can I give them to boost their immune system? Like, what more? It's so funny because people often ask me, what can I take for this? What can I take for that? And I'm like, yo, you probably don't want to hear me say this again, but sea moss.
Yeah.
Sea moss.
Beginning, middle, end.
Okay.
We're out of here.
From here to start, whatever you experience sea moss, you got to burn sea moss. You got to cold sea moss. You know how your mom
like ginger ale
or water. Like you had her drink some water later.
Put some big soda in
water. Yeah, exactly. You probably just said mints because I menthol in my.
It's all right. Look, we on the same page, girl. I'm living.
Yeah, but the immunity capsules were. Babe, was it the immunity? I'm sorry. Oh, I probably
nope. Okay. Go ahead.
Babe, was it the immunity capsules? Oh, you got your headphones. The second product I came up with? Yeah, immunity capsules. Because I was just trying to figure out, okay, well, maybe they want a pill. It's just like
trying to make it as easy as possible.
As easy as possible. And it was like, okay, well, if you take the sea moss and pair it with this, then, the herbs are in the, some of the herbs that are in the immunity capsules are echinacea. Everybody knows echinacea is great for cold and flu. Astragalus. Antiviral, antibacterial, great for anti-inflammatory to help with all of that. And golden seal, oh my God, I love golden seal. So all of those three together was just like, King is just like, you take these, you prevent from getting cold, you take your sea moss, you get your nutrients, you feel good, you got energy, let's go.
Yeah, and during a pandemic especially where people are like sick left and right, I mean, having that system, you're over here looking like, Nationals, platter, hello.
Just take it, just do it. But it's like you can lead the horse to the water, but if they don't drink it, then it's just like, until next time, people.
Like, so you might have got their attention with Morningwood, because you got mine.
Oh, I definitely got their attention.
All right, what is Morningwood, girl?
Oh, you know what Morningwood is.
Well, I heard of it, I might have heard of it once or twice. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What is Morningwood and where did it, go into the brand?
Okay, so Morningwood is my newest product, and it's created solely for men. Being that New Beauty comes off as a female brand, I had to throw a curveball in there because I'm like, no, it's not a woman's brand. It's not just the feminine brand. It's a family brand. But yes, our tactic was to get the woman because the woman is the queen of the head of the house, right? So if you attack the head, the body will fall. That was my gesture, but it's kind of like, well, can I take this too? Yes, my love. Matter of fact, I got you. Here's Morningwood. This is for you.
No room for doubt.
No room for doubt.
Right,
Mom, this is not for you. No, this is not for you. You continue taking the other ones. And Morningwood is basically sea moss.
Period.
I'm getting it in somehow, some way. It's sea moss based, and it's paired with two herbs, one of them being Malaysian ginseng, the other one is a Peruvian ginseng. Both ginsengs are great for the reproductive system of the man. So let me just get a little bit technical, but not too technical. So being that I'm a Black woman, I can only speak from, my experience and my reference point of just Black families, right? And not a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, women are leading in issues dealing with their womb, whether that's cysts on their ovaries, fibroids in their uterus, endometriosis, just severely painful cramps, just all types of diseases or disorders when it comes to their reproductive system, right? So you have to know what causes that. And when you know what caused that, such as the diet or the imbalance of hormones or whatever, let's just go back to the diet, right? Fried food, dairy, meats, sugar, etc., right? What I make for me, I'm gonna make for my man. So you gotta know whatever is affecting me is gonna affect him. But the difference is, it's not a lot of attention being brought to the man's pain point for his prostate. So same as Black women is leading in, issues dealing with the uterus, the men is leading in issues dealing with enlarged prostate cancer. You got to get your prostate removed. Same as women having to get their whole uterus removed. It's just like, it's very scary what's going on, and I feel like it's very important to protect the Black family at all costs. So if we have already brands being established, and my friend has a really good brand for the woman, it was like, okay, well, I need to create something for the man so that we can protect the sperm. Like,
we already know that in the Black communities, health is taboo, between us not getting proper care and our Black men not going to the doctor in general.
Or just speaking about it. A lot of the times, if you, like, I realize that you have to ask, hey, baby, you experience this? And it's like, yeah, sometimes.
What about it?
Sometimes. I mean, it's just not all the time. It's like maybe every 4 months or something. It's like, it's not normal. Okay. It's not normal, babe. Okay, so when it happens, how do it feel? Oh, or if I have to talk to my brother, it's like, bro, do you experience? Yeah, but I mean, it's just only when cough and sneeze the other way or something. You know what I'm saying? Something real random. It's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. And my dad really, he brought it to my attention and to my awareness. He said, a lot of men are suffering from enlarged prostates or just dealing with their sex drive altogether. So you should probably work on that. He put a little bug in my ear, and of course I'm gonna go figure it out. So once he did that, I was like, let me go and do my research. And then that's when I found out about so many men dealing with these issues, and the only thing that they have to lean on is Viagra, Cialis, or whatever it's called. And it's just like, it has a negative effect on the heart health and the health altogether. You get what I'm saying? Like, you do something to fix one area, and then you got the rest of them tumbling.
The side effects.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So with Morning Wood, everything is all natural, organic. Everything is extremely potent. It is considered to be a bitter because of the potency of the herbs. One of the herbs that are in there, as I mentioned, is Malaysian ginseng. And if it's not bitter, it's not potent. It's steptoe. It has a lot of fillers and additives in it. So yeah, the bitter is a bitter. So that's one. I guess if you have to look at like the negative about the product, it's a bitter. And bitter is an acquired taste, but bitters are extremely healthy for the body overall. It helps to stimulate bowel from the gallbladder to help with digestive and help, like, your whole intestine tracts and, create bowel movements. Because a lot of times, if you're not using the bathroom properly, or if you're constipated, that plays effect on your prostate as well. So stimulating all of those organs in the abdomen area so that you can have better health, because the health starts in the gut.
Now we've got our setup here. we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna get you all set up. Okay? All right, girl, you ready?
Okay.
All right, so what are we demoing today?
So we are demoing a product that will soon hit the market, okay? It will soon be added to our website. I like to create the product and use it for a few months before actually providing it for the customers. I like to use it. I like to give it to my family to use it. And I just want to see it's really no negative side effects because it's all natural herbs. But I do want to see what are the benefits that it will assist with, or what's something that you should be aware of when using it,
So this is still in trial phase, or?
So this is definitely in trial phase. I don't even have a name for it yet. It's that trial.
So we get the exclusive.
This is the exclusive. It's nameless, okay? At this point, it's nameless. But the benefits of this nameless product is it's good for anxiety, for depression. It's good to help and heal the nervous system. It's good to assist with diabetes. It's good to heal ulcers in the stomach. It promotes a healthy digestive tract, aka your intestines. It's good for the circulatory system for people suffering from heart, what's the word I'm looking for? Not heart, but people having heart issues, blood clots, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all things circulatory system. So this is what this is good for. But the main focus for me is anxiety and depression, because that's a real thing.
How do you go about creating it from that form?
You mean like creating the product, or?
So what do you do with once it's broken down? Like first of all, what are you doing with the comb?
Oh.
What is that?
So this is, it's like a spatula. So when I'm put them in there, you'll see. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one part. So this is just me really mixing it up. It's 3 different herbs in here right now, so I'm just making sure that they're all blended together so that they're distributed evenly across the capsules. And then I have my little peel machine. Okay, y'all, don't say nothing about my peel machine. We get it in, okay? I got like 3 of them. And then what's so crazy is I have another peel machine that makes 400 peels at one time, but I cannot stand it. I don't like it. It's too big, it's too bulky, and it's not as personal. I like to be personal with the product. It's a feeling situation. It's made with love for real. So I do like to cleanse my area. So we using sage, remove all bad energy. I don't make products unless I'm in a good space mentally, unless I have nothing but good juice and energy to pour into these products.
What was the reaction from the public, specifically the Black public, when you started launching your capsules?
The first response was they couldn't believe that they actually worked. One of my stylists, she gets migraines often. And every time she gets a migraine, she normally has to stop working, go somewhere dark, turn the music off, that whole spiel of when the migraine comes. But when she gets there, she feel it coming, she automatically call me, Rae, I got a migraine, can you make me some tea? And I literally make her mushroom tea. And I give her immunity capsules. And I make her drink like 2 16-ounce cups of water before she can go back and work. And it literally dissipates, like it literally goes away, because I don't know why. I guess the pain, I don't know. I probably should look into that, but it worked. And it's been working for her, and she likes it. And every time it comes, matter of fact, she really stopped getting them as often, but whenever it does happen, it really is her go-to thing. It's just like, Rae, can you assist me with that? It comes through for her. They often ask, will it affect other underlying issues that they have? Like, will it affect my diabetes, my high blood pressure? Will it make my heart beat fast? I'm like, damn, this what them pills do? Like,
but the side effects are always way more than the benefits.
Exactly.
It's hard. It's sad that we have to ask those questions.
Exactly.
But, it's a way of life. We have to literally try to save ourselves from the beauty of medicine.
Exactly.
It's an odd concept, but at least you know that you don't have those situations, rather than kind of being like, oh, never mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're confident in that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, oh, for sure. Especially about the morning wood. A lot of men ask me, will it help? Will it affect my heart? Do it make my heart rate go up? I got diabetes. Is it gonna affect? And I'm like, no, sir. Honestly, it will help you. You help. And then I always tell them to clean the diet up, because the thing about holistic approach, it's a holistic approach. So it's not just giving you something to suppress the symptoms, such as prescribed medicine. All that does is suppress the issue, and then it'll come back. That's why if you ever think about somebody who has headaches often, they keep Tylenol. I was one of the people who kept Tylenol. You get what I'm saying? Because I stayed with a headache, and I would just pop them, because all it does is suppress the issue so you don't feel it versus get rid of it. And when you take the holistic approach, you don't suppress the issue, you direct the issue, but you have to figure out what is ultimately playing, to equate to your headache, whether that's high blood pressure, whether that's something going on with your circulatory system. Why are you getting these frequent headaches? What is your body telling you? Okay, what are you eating? Are you drinking enough water? Are you looking at it? What are, like your mental, your mind, body, soul? It's a holistic approach. That's what it is. So.
Yeah. Love that.
I am super excited. I'm excited. I was like, oh yes, more people get it, because I know right now I have a limited audience because of the taste, right? Mm-hmm. So right now the people who need it is using it. Mm-hmm. But if I could get it across to the people who don't even know that they need it, but once they experience the benefits, they're like, oh, I can't leave it alone. To be transparent, my boyfriend, when I first made it, he could not get past 6. He was like, baby, I can't handle this. But I had I don't know what made him do it over and try it again. But he tried it again, and he took it for 3 days consecutively. And he was like, oh, wow, yeah, it's doing something for me. And now he created a whole ritual. get up in the morning, take a teaspoon of it straight back like he's taking a pill, drink some water, and then he have a cup of tea after with his sea moss, and it's just like, oh yeah, he's good, and he's like, now I look forward to taking it every day because I know the effects that it has. I feel it, like I feel it when I don't take it. So I just need to be able to get that across to as many people who's willing to fight that taste or take a piece.
As far as the trajectory of your clientele, like where are you now as far as your clients versus where you started? What did you start with and where are you now?
So when I started in October, I did good. I did really good. October, November, December, I did really good. January, February, it was fair. It was cool. It was like, okay, she's growing. March, I boomed. Ridiculous. Like sales out of this roof. I was surprised. That's when they test. I like to say it tested my gangster because I literally could not like just thug it out anymore. I really had to become a businesswoman. Like I went from making $12,000 per month in just holistic products to making, I think I maxed out at like 30 or 35,000. That's a lot of jars. Yeah. That's a lot of labels. That's a lot of sea moss. That's a lot of everything. A lot of labels, a lot of shipping boxes, a lot of everything. So yeah, I went from making $8,000 to $12,000. So that wasn't a hard jump. But when it went from $12,000 or $15,000, something like that, to dang near doubling it all the way to like $30,000 to $35,000 for that month, I was just like, oh wow. And then not to mention we was in the beginning of the pandemic, so they were shutting everything down. Literally, my product come from the Caribbean, so I was getting my sea moss imported. They shut down all imports. Nobody could travel, restrictions. Nobody could go outside. It was so many things on lockdown. And then where I was used to getting my jars, they were running out because they couldn't get anything in. So it was like, oh no. You should have asked my boyfriend what that was like. Because I was about to, cancel Christmas and everybody else that was involved in it. Like, oh man, I was just happy for the people that was around me because I was ready to give up, but I couldn't give up because I had just went through a whole challenge of changing sea moss. I was just too deep to give up. It was just like, I already put myself out there as a brand, I had to, and then before I even got to 3,000, I had to make good on my name because the post office went through that whole little phase where they weren't delivering anything. It's a perishable product. You can't let it sit for 5 days and then decide to start shipping it, or you don't have any workers, and now it's taking a normal 4-day delivery turning into 12 days. When people get it, it's mold. Imagine getting something that you're supposed to consume with mold. Oh my God, my heart was, and then I'm answering the emails personally, and they sending pictures with mold. I'm like, every day it was just like a shot at my ego, just down, 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 and I'm looking at my bank account, it's going down, down. I was just like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, what is this teaching me? But I stayed as focused as I possibly could.
All right, so we're burning some sage, same as you did upstairs prior to building the capsules. What is your take on the beliefs of sage versus your beliefs of sage? Why do you think there's a misconception about it, and what is your perception?
Good question. So I feel that sage is demonized in a way, or labeled as demonic. And I'm not too sure why. I believe they may say you're basing your faith on an outside belief or using tools. I don't know. I can't. It's so taboo when it comes to that space. There's so many perspective or narratives, but I can just say for me, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. So I think it's very important to tend to my spiritual side, or my spirit as of a whole. And your spirit is energetically. So sage cleanses the space energetically as well as scientifically, if you want to enter that. Going down the road. That's it. I'm done. What you like to say?
Stop it.
What you like to say? Your spiritual aura. Cause so your energy is it's a scientific fact that your aura is real, right? Energy is real. That's a known fact. Sage not only cleanses the space, but it cleanses you energetically. So I just like to, use the sage to ground me. Again, it smells is something that grounds me. So I use it as an aroma therapy in a way, and to just cleanse my spiritual body and my aroma, and just so that I can exude the best of the best, so I can come in a space of just gratitude and love.
When it comes to how you decided to incorporate wellness and the journey from how Rae, became to be who she is today, where did that start for you, your journey in wellness?
So within my soul and my spirit, I always had a helping spirit. I always wanted to help achieve anything for people if I could do it. If it was something that I could assist with, whether it's advice, whether it's financially, whether it's just listening, whether it's me tending to them and taking care of them, I just always wanted to help and heal people. Excuse me. But I didn't live in the journey until heartbreak. It was a heartbreak that triggered it. And it was a heartbreak of multiple things. I was just tired of getting the short end of the stick out of the deal. It was like, no matter what relationship I was in, platonic or intimate, I just constantly received the short end of the stick, and it was getting frustrating to the point where I decided to look inward, because I don't believe that if you're the common denominator that you can continuously place blame on other people. So one of the type of people that I continuously attracted was manipulators. And I just was like, why do I keep being surrounded around manipulators? Like, what in my soul is attracted? Because I heard that you are what you attract, but I'm not a manipulator, and I knew I wasn't a manipulator. Like, I was solid in that. So it's like, okay, well, what in me is attracting these manipulators? And it's like, oh, you're vulnerable. You're naive. You get what I'm saying? You see the good in people, and it's good to see the good in people. But when you're at the point where you're naive and just vulnerable and just open or green, some people may call it, to just take on people issues or get manipulated in that way, or want to prove a point. That was my thing. I wanted to just change people or prove that all people weren't this or all people wasn't that. So I would try to overextend myself, which left me with the short end of the stick half of the time, because it was game being ran. And until I was able to step back and realize what role I was playing in it, after me stepping back, I was able to then, correct it and then move about it in that way. But once I received the last heartbreak from a relationship, I just was over it. I took a hard pause, hard cut. I didn't go outside. I just literally, it was too much for me. It was too much. I was just like, oh no, I'm done. Like, you ever been outdone? Yeah. You ever been outdone?
Yes.
I was outdone. So with me being outdone, I really took the time to just do the work. Like, I really started asking myself those questions. What is it that I want in life? What is it that I could correct and within myself? How can I show up and be a better person? All of these things. And from me going down that rabbit hole of finding like different videos or literatures, or just people that I like their persona, or what I was gathering from what they were putting out, because that's all you could go from. I was like, okay, let me go see what they read. Let me see what they looked into. Let me see the morals or principles that they live by. And some of the things that was coming up for me was 48 laws of Maya. 48 laws. I'm talking about 48. I'm combining two. 48 laws of power.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm combining two. I'm combining 48 laws of power and 42 laws of Maya. The 42 laws of Maya. And then what else? From there, I then all of a sudden my palate of my tongue, my diet changed. I no longer could eat the things that I wanted to eat or that I was accustomed to eating. No matter how bad I wanted to eat it, I literally would just try it one more time and just forced it down there. I could not get it down. I would end up throwing the whole meal away. And I'm like, damn, I'm really getting like wasteful with this because I can't stomach it. Like it makes me sick to my stomach. So I was like, all right. It was the end of the year 2017, I want to say, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just come into the new year, I'm going vegan. I guess that's what it is, and that's what I did. Like once January came, I made the decision and I went cold turkey. And from there, I changed my diet. And once I changed my diet, literally everything came like a domino effect. I seen things differently. Different people came to my awareness, came into my universe. It was just like I just attracted a whole new life, literally. Like once I made these subtle changes, I vibrated, I guess, at a different frequency. It was just out with the old and with the new.
And with the new is such a great segue into new beauty. Mm-hmm. Where were you when you knew, like, wow, I've got a real business idea and I'm gonna bring it to pass?
I was on the phone at my dad's house with my boyfriend. My boyfriend lived in Costa Rica at the time. And I was in the middle of just trying to merge one life to the other. I was a hairstylist. I still wore bundles and wigs. You know, I still had this different lifestyle that I was accustomed to, but it wasn't fitting the person that I was becoming. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to figure out, how do I merge them? Like, how do I do it? So like after going back and forth with like names, my original company was called Nude Extensions, mm-hmm. from bundles. And Nude Extensions was because I felt nude, you know, mm-hmm. so my extensions was something. So it's all like, they all play hand in hand, mm-hmm. but they all evolve. So after having Nude Extensions, I dropped the ED, it was just new. And mm-hmm. then I was no longer selling extensions, it was now a beauty. It was a new beauty, you know, and that beauty that I was trying to present from the inside out, trying to show women that, you know, you are still beautiful with the 2-strand twist, you know, mm-hmm. and this is coming from somebody who rocks 40-inch bundles, you know, and it can lay a closure and they can do it, you know, everything of what our era or our generation is wearing. I was doing that. So it was like, okay, now how are you going to introduce this whole new lifestyle to these group of people who pay you top dollar for weave installments? But I did by living in it. I embodied the lifestyle that I was that I was trying to get people to, you know, introduce themselves to.
Yes. So as we close, because you've given us so much, and I want to kind of tie my last question. Typically I ask, and I'm going to ask you to do that as well. Mm-hmm. What is the New Life course? Like, it's new lifestyle mm-hmm. course, right? Mm-hmm. What is that journey like with the girls on the course, the women on the course, and what all does it cover?
So the New Lifestyle course is it's a course that we created when I was in Costa Rica for 9 months, and it covers a little bit of everything. I just kind of wanted to peek at certain topics that was important to me when I was coming into my new lifestyle, because when I was creating or changing my new life, I didn't have anybody to lean on. There were no mentors, there were no big sisters, there were no aunties. There was no one that was willing to give the advice that I was looking for, who were willing to not step me step by step, but give me some type of like shoulder to lean on or a point of reference. It was nothing. So the course allowed me to create a point of reference for women or for whomever looking to make that change. And in the course, we talk about Qigong. Qigong is an exercise where you use energy to empower and build up yourself. You can really feel it, like for real. You feel the energy within your hands, and you pass it through your body. You pull it from the earth and you send it back. And you could do it, and it's a workout and it's an energetic workout as well. It's a physical workout and an energetic workout. We have yoga. We have my homegirl. She has a womb company that I mentioned before. Her name is Mariah. So she speaks about the womb. The owner of Honey Pot. I love that brand. All natural vegan feminine soap for women. You should try it. If you ladies are ever suffering from bacterial infections or yeast infections, that's a great product. Same with Mariah's Womb Tea. Vegan recipes. I made a few different things, and it's not just super clean, super strict. This is for people who are looking to make a transition. So if you're looking to still have good food, but not all the way like, I'm pairing my food properly, I'm eating this and that third, I'm 100% vegan, I don't want this and that third, this is something for you. You know, it's not the clean of the clean, but it's definitely vegan and it's definitely good, and it will help you go from the end of the alphabet back to point A. So we have live sessions on there, and we have a few different things on there, but that's what I can remember right off that.
Where can we get all of your products, and where can we sign up for your classes?
Oh, I want to say we have an ebook too, and the ebook is ebook is a point of reference for you to cleanse. So if you're just looking to do a vegan lifestyle, I highly suggest that you do the ebook, and that's 11 days of fasting. And it's not a straight 11 days. We teach you how to go into a fast properly and how to come out of a fast properly. And then once you go and come out of a fast properly, you'll have the palate to acquire the food necessary to have a healthier lifestyle. But you can't go from eating, sugar is not technically a food. If you can't go from eating that type of chemical to looking to eat something more wholesome and think that you're gonna appreciate it, you're not gonna like it. Is probably very rare that you'll like it. I had to fast, so in the ebook I just show the tips and the steps that I had to take in order to acquire my palate, because as I stated before, I was not vegan. I was the child who did not eat vegetables. And my parents make jokes all the time, like, how is our one child that never ate vegetables the one that will not eat anything but vegetables now? And life is funny.
It is. All right, so I'm gonna have you look in that camera. I want you to talk to your old self.
Okay.
I want you to talk to yourself that was coming out of a bad relationship, from the perspective that you have now, knowing where you'll end up.
Okay.
What words would you give to her?
Listen here, baby girl. Keep your head up. Do what you need to do. Stay focused. Look in the mirror and affirm every day what it is that you want and where you want to be, because only you can get there. If you align your mentality with the places that you want to go in life, you will achieve it. It's destined for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rae Canti, New Beauty. Thank you all so much once again for tuning in with us. Make sure you pick up your most recent issue of our sponsored magazine, Sheen Magazine, at Walmart, Walgreens, Books A Million, and of course, SheenMagazine.com. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Brittany the Brand. That's PRITNITHE BRAND. Shout out